Are Blogs Still Effective? By Natalie Reynolds. Since the creation of blogs in the late 90s, they have grown rapidly and exponentially, allowing businesses and influencers to share anything from promoting their business or products to sharing life stories or advice on their blog or platform. The rapid growth has proven that blogs can be used as a great marketing tool. But before analyzing the effectiveness of blogs, we must understand what exactly blogs are and how they originated. After researching this, all research points to the same origin. The term weblog, which translates to weblog, was originally coined by John Barger in the late 90s. The purpose of the original blog was to log the web while browsing. In 1999, the term weblog, coined by Barger, was modified and shortened to just blog by a programmer named Peter Merholz. The shortened term was later declared as Merriam-Webster's Dictionary Word of the Year. And Justin Hall is considered to have the first blog, links.net, which is what you can see here. Though it had yet to be called a blog, Hall simply called it his personal homepage, which featured a sort of autobiography of the highlights of his life. It was not until 3 years later, in 1997, when Barger came up with the term weblog, and then also created his own blog, Robot Wisdom, which was a place for Barger to share his own wisdom and knowledge of computers and robots. And then, like I said previously, in 2004, blog was named Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year. So back in the early days of blogging, it was not super efficient compared to the way people can blog today. So in order to create a blog, you'd have to go to your central homepage or archive and manually program new information into the archive in order to update it. So it's kind of like what you see here, you know, how it kind of looks like the Matrix and there's all these kind of letters and numbers, and this is what I'm talking about. So in order to update a blog, you'd have to be able to know where to find things and how to do it in order to create and update all of the codes for your blog. Since then, however, the platform of being a blogger has grown exponentially and has been a relevant marketing tactic for almost every business and personal blogger or influencer. Since the 90s and early 2000s, blogs have become much easier to create and update and have become available for almost anyone to access, which is part of the reason that they've become so popular. In fact, according to Linda Jean Kennicks, author of Blogs as Alternative, she researched and stated, in 1999, there were about 50 existing blogs, and they were only known by a few individuals. However, by 2006, 29%, which is 57 million Americans, knew what a blog was, and almost half of America had visited blogs. That drastic increase is partially due to their continuous updates, because most blogs are now updated on a weekly basis, but there are several out there that also update daily or even hourly. And because blogs are so easy to access now, people are now creating blogs through Instagram, making their profile like a blogging profile. And you can see several different examples here that I have pulled up for you. And some actually would argue that the new Instagram feature to make your personal page into a blog page does not mean that it's actually a blog. However, I disagree with this fact. I think that this is just the next step in the adoption process. I would argue that Instagram is actually is still a blog. It's just a different kind of blog. It's the next step for blogs. And though Instagram focuses more on photos and less on words, there is still a lot of room in the captions to, still connect with your followers. And actually, Instagram blogs still do everything that blogs were originally made to conquer. So they still accomplish a chronological listing, a commenting system that invites readers to participate and leave behind comments. It's archived by date and author and tags. The authors are able to update it continuously. They're still able to promote products and posts and stories, and they're still able to network. So I do think that blogs can still be useful for business and personal use. However, you have to be very specific in what you're posting and how you're posting and when you're posting. And I do believe that social media is the future for blogs, just to compensate for ever-shortening attention spans. And And I think that these shorter posts that feature more photos and more visual features will eventually be the future of blogs.